Hello and welcome back to the channel. Yes, you can. My name is Hannah. My mission on the channel is to empower the everyday individual with their home improvement projects. We are in a different location for this video and we are actually doing a demo. So in this video in our series, we are going to be looking at how to replace this lovely phone jack with a blank faceplate. Or blank wall plate, to remove a little bit of the eyesore that this lovely thing is right now. So we are going to use what we've talked about in the previous videos as we navigate this. The first thing that we want to ensure is that there isn't any voltage going through this. Now, I do know from my research on this that typically the voltage in a phone jack is so low that you do not need to turn off the power. However, I always say better safe than sorry. So I do have the non-contact voltage tester with me. And the one thing that I mentioned when we talked about this tool previously is that you will want to ensure, if you turn it on, that it is indeed working. So it's green. But I want to see, so if I would find voltage, would it actually be red and beep at me? So I have this outlet right over here and the power is not turned off right now. So I'm going to stick it in the hot side and see, and so it should turn red and start making a noise. And so that just lets me know this tool is working. So if I try it here and it doesn't beep at me, then I know there's no voltage and it's safe to proceed. So just pay attention to what this does. I'm going to stick it in the hot side. Right, and so you can see that it started beeping and turned red. So we know that it is working. So I'm just going to stick it in the phone jack, stays green. After I take the screws out, I am just going to double check. But you can see that there's no need to turn the power off for this. So I'm going to use my screwdriver, just take the top and the bottom screws off. Another thing that I did just to prep was to take, so this screwdriver has a few different heads on it, but to take the flat head and just sort of run it around the outside of it, since it looks like when they painted just right up to it. So want to make sure that I'm not having to do a major wall touch up. Granted, this is behind a dresser that I'm doing, but still don't want to create extra work for myself. So let me switch back and we'll go ahead and take these out. All right, one screw is out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, and I'm just going to use the non-contact voltage tester again, just to make sure that I have done this before and there wasn't any voltage or shock that I got. I just want to make sure. Okay, so you can see there are a crazy amount of little wires in there. And so I know when I was first navigating this, I was like, what in the world do I do with all of this? So we should be able to pop sort of this whole thing out. So if I get my screwdriver, so I switched it to the flathead and sort of pop it under here, should be boom. And there we go, look at that. So what you're gonna end up with are the little screws and wires. And in case we ever need this in the future, we are just gonna stick that right back in the box. And then we're gonna stick the faceplate, the blank one. I'm just gonna start the screws in here a little bit and then stick them in the wall. Okay, and then all we have to do is connect the screws and, put in the screws. So typically I'll put in one a little ways and then do the other one a little way and then come back so I get it lined up. And I don't think that I've talked about this in any of the other videos, but I have heard from others that being able to have the line in the skirt, I don't know, be, what shall I say? Vertical. That's what the word I was looking for. Having it be vertical, that is the sort of sign of, I don't know, like professionalism. So there we go. It was previously, it looked like this, and in just a few minutes, we got something that looks a lot better. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video, and we'll see you in the next video on the channel. Yes, you can.